The problem is that, you know, for a conservative party or a maverick party who has the same principle that they want to avoid controversy and, you know, just stick with the basics, there are no more basics. Every single bill that the Liberals are bringing forward is on some left-wing woke cause. I can't think of a single major government-sponsored bill that isn't a far left, politically correct type of bill. I can't think of one. I mean, I guess the budget, but the problem with that bill is there's millions of dollars going towards politically correct causes, right? So, I mean, this is what we're seeing, regardless of the number of bill. You know, Bill C7, helping people die who aren't actually dying if they want to die, right? I mean, it's one thing. Like, I don't agree with euthanasia anyways, but it's, you know, it's kind of understandable if someone's on death's door and they're in terrible pain and all this kind of thing. This bill expanded it so that, A, you don't have to be actually, the imminence of death does not have to be there. And within 2 years, according to the Senate, it can be opened up to people who are simply mentally ill but not physically sick. This is what we're seeing. Okay? We're seeing this. Bill C6 is a bill that says that it wants to ban conversion therapy, but what it'll probably do is put someone in jail for trying to convince their daughter, their young daughter, that they're actually a girl. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that we're seeing. And I can go on, and I don't want to bore everybody tonight, but this is what we're seeing. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about real issues that I think should actually be debated on the floor of the House of Commons. So I believe a Canadian movement, a Canadian political party, must put Canada first at all times. And this, you know, whether we're talking about immigration or energy or real estate, any of these things, we have to look at Canada first. Not some, you know, ethereal idea or ideology, but what's going on in the ground and how will it impact Canadian people. I believe that we can never have this medical dictatorship in Canada again. I believe it's criminal that pastors are going to jail or being fined $200,000, right? And we have Justin Trudeau going to, you know, if there's a rally that he likes, he goes. And he gets praised for it, and his cabinet goes with him. But if people stand up for small businesses or families in the lockdowns, they get fined. I have 6 court summons, maybe 7, I've stopped counting, at home on my desk for being at large rallies like this in Ontario protesting the lockdowns. This one's my favorite. Call it a personal grudge, but I will fire Theresa Tam once and for all. We need to make sure that Canadians have access to any, potential cure for COVID-19, right? If it's a drug that's been through the safety protocols and it's used for something else, and it, you know, people want to try it, and there's evidence for that, let them try it, okay? You know, we're just hearing today, Justin Trudeau, François Legault is bringing in a vaccine passport in Quebec, okay? Boo, that's right. Justin Trudeau just asked the chief of the Privy Council to look into whether or not he can make all federal employees mandatory vaccines. And federally regulated industries. That means airlines, banking, and others. Okay, that's what he's looking into right now. And you know what? This is just plain wrong. And this is beyond whether you as an individual have decided to take the vaccine. If you have decided and you've looked into it, that is your choice. And it's a free country. But listen, there's a lot of people who shouldn't be taking it. The kids shouldn't be taking it. Kids shouldn't be taking it. And they're mandating these poor, very immune, healthy young athletes who are going into these high-level programs at schools to take these things. Listen, that's not a good thing, friends. These kids' immune systems, they're working very well. Okay, we don't want to send them into some immune overdrive with these things. They don't need it. And this is what we're, thank you. So we need to get rid of this mandatory vaccination. No one should be forced to have any health treatment perpetrated on them that they don't want. And this is one of the things that came out of World War II and the Nuremberg trials when they saw all these weird experiments they were doing on people, right? One of the things that came out of this was, listen, no one should be forced to undergo any medical treatment against their will, period. This is a very clear thing that up until recently, everyone would have agreed to. And now all the media and all these people are jumping on this wagon of you must, you must, you must. It's wrong. Okay, so we have to get rid of this. We need to get out of the Paris Agreement once and for all. And we need to stop the UN and the World Health Organization and these other groups from telling us what to do here in Canada. We need to have less Ottawa and more local governance in our provinces. And while we're at it, less China in Canada. Less Ottawa in Alberta and less China in Ottawa. Is that fair? Okay. And I could go into that at length, but there's many things that are being covered up, and the Liberals are going to court right now against the House of Commons to prevent releasing information from this virology lab in Winnipeg where they had fired people that were connected to Communist Party of China.